How'd you do?
How'd you do?
Have a seat here.
Thank you very much.
And let's start off with, have you had any lessons, any Alexander lessons before?
Not a full lesson. When I was on my master's course, there was a group session that was an introduction to Alexander, so I observed, and I had 5 minutes with the practitioner there. That was about 6 or 7 years ago.
Okay, so
otherwise, not really.
Fine. So you know what we're going to do, pretty much?
Pretty much, yeah.
You'll be sitting, standing, moving. I'll put my hands on you and guide you.
Perfect.
Any reason that you think Alexander might be helpful?
I work in a job where my body and my stability is quite important, and I'm sometimes aware of loading myself in the wrong direction and maybe not having the best posture and so on. So I'm interested to see if Alexander can do anything about that.
Okay, so posture, efficiency. What do you do every day?
I sing.
That's pretty important, isn't it?
Yeah,
and you obviously know the connection between your poise while you're singing is pretty important.
Yeah, intellectually I know it, not always. It's not always embodied.
Yeah. Do you get any voice strains or anything like that?
No, not. There's times when it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's more obvious than not why it doesn't work. Yeah.
You sing in a choir or
solo? Choir and solo both. Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to start moving you around. Okay. If there are any questions while we're working, feel free to ask me.
Great.
The most important thing for you to know is you can't do anything wrong. You're not on show.
Great.
I'm on show because I'm going to demonstrate what a first lesson's all about.
Sure.
And we'll see where we go.
Lovely.
Okay, so you just start standing. That's fine.
Slowly?
Yeah, normally, absolutely. And I'll just get this out of the way. And I want you to look out of the window.
Okie.
And put your feet, just to start with, a little bit wider apart. Fine. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is just move your head left, right. I might move it up and down. And your role, and it's not an easy role, is to let me move your head and not help me, not initiate it. That's it, exactly that. Yeah, you can see I'm the mover, and you're allowing movement.
Okay.
So it means you have to be pretty alert to be able to let me do these things. You can't sort of go to sleep on your feet.
Okay.
Otherwise it wouldn't work so well. So you're reasonably alive and alert and available, mentally available.
Nice.
Yep, that's it. That's the idea. I'm the mover and you're letting me move you, and it will be the same thing as if I move an arm, or even if I take the weight of your arm, then I might just let it go. The other thing is, you might have all sorts of ideas about what a good body is when you're singing, and I want you to chuck all that away for a while.
Okay.
So just in case there was an idea of you have to relax or you have to do some breath that will help you, there's nothing of that that's going to enter right now. That's it, so keep on looking out the window. I'll move the arms out. Exactly, so I'm the mover, and when I move them out, I might even hold them there.
Okay.
And you're going to do the best you can not to hold them out yourself, which isn't easy. You'll probably find yourself taking over control, and that's pretty normal. So I'm not expecting very much else.
Okay.
That's fine. As long as you know that you don't have to lift up your own arms any more than moving your head. Yeah, I'll move you there. Yeah. Do you sing every day?
Yeah, pretty much.
So is it performing and not performing every day, I would guess?
It is
actually performing every day.
I have a job in a church.
Yeah.
So sometimes it might only be an hour a day, but I perform most days.
Right. And
I mean, so I tend to practice before I perform.
Yeah.
Because if a day because of the frequency of the performing, if a day comes along when I'm not, I will take that as a vocal day off.
Yeah. Now wait to stay soft behind your knees.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to leave your head in a funny position for a while.
Okay.
Yeah, fine. Yeah. Now, a little bit more complicated. You're going to take your hips backwards, bend your knees to the window, and get towards the stool, all the way, until you reach it. And then stop when you get there. I'll move you backwards, and that's me. I'm the mover. I'm going to move you forwards. I'm going to move you backwards. That's fine. Yeah. I'll move you forwards. Don't help. Now, I've got my hands here, and they're saying something to your neck and back. They're saying, don't do very much. Don't posture, don't relax, don't push, don't pull. And you're just waiting there. And then, again, it's going to get a bit more complicated. You're going to stand up using all your feet, including your heels. That's it, stand up. And then you're going to bend the knees again. All the way. And then stand again. And bend the knees again. And then heels. Bend the knees. And then heels. So you're including your heels. That's it. And then bend the knees again. Heels. And bend the knees. We're going to repeat this a few more times. Yeah. Your legs coping?
Yeah.
That's fine. Do you do any exercise?
Quite a lot, yeah. I mean, I cycled 12 miles to get here.
Okay.
And I ran a 10K yesterday, things like that. So
your body's not a stranger to demands.
No.
That's it, then heels. That's it, bend the knees. Heels, bend the knees. That's it. What do you think is happening at the moment in the neck area and the spine when you're coming in and out of a stool?
Right now, I suspect I'm probably stiffening a bit.
What's your experience?
I'm thinking a lot about my thighs.
Yes, exactly. Even your worked out thighs of 12 miles, well, maybe you've done enough today after the journey. Yes, so you felt the thighs working.
Yeah.
That's why it was a bit of a funny question. I was asking you what you were noticing in your neck, but you weren't even feeling your neck, you were feeling...
No. Yeah.
But you were assuming you were doing something
Yeah.
tense in your neck, but you didn't feel it.
No.
Right. Okay. All the attention was in the demand on your quads.
Yeah.
Now, move your head there. We'll move you there. That's fine. I'm going to move you there, there, there. Now, leave the head down a little bit there. That's fine. That's it. Leaving the arms alone. Let them just fall to the sides on their own. And now, take the hips back and bend the knees again, all the way. Stop there, and then heels. And bend the knees again. And heels. And bend the knees again. So this area here, the neck area, what do you sense is happening on the way up or on the way down? It's a bit of a trick question, bend the knees.
I'm not sure. I don't think much is happening. I feel like the lower spine's doing more.
Exactly. So your hips are rotating. You could say your pelvis is rotating, so it's happening lower down in the movement. And the demand is on what part of the body?
Quads and lower.
So as far as you're aware, and it's only your awareness we've got to go on at the moment, you didn't sense too much going on around here.
No.
Okay. So in Alexander lessons, that's going to be quite an important element going forwards. That you discover the ability of not doing very, very much in the face, neck, and back when stuff happens.
Okay.
And I'll go even further with you, and I'd say if you're able to sing demanding pieces and do very, very little in this whole arena, you'd be singing with quite a high level of efficiency.
Good. Interesting.
So, in a way, what you're learning is something you could call prevention. You're not learning how to stand properly, because we're not teaching you anything about standing properly, but I am putting my hands here to stop you doing stuff. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Stop you doing stuff, not make you do clever stuff,
Okay.
but to stop you doing stuff that perhaps would happen without my hands being here.
Okay.
Okay, and again, wait there, bend the knees again, stop there, and now, wait for it, I'm going to move you here, wait there, leave the arms to fall. What's your sense of yourself in this condition? Eyes open, keep your eyes open, yeah. And then bend the knees again. That's it, exactly. And then wait there, and then heels. And then bend the knees. And heels. And bend the knees. So again, the question is, what are you sensing in the neck and head and torso?
Not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot. Yeah, that's it. That's a sign that you and I are going in the right direction.
Good.
The not a whole lot is always a good sign. By the way, if it wasn't going well, it wouldn't be your fault either.
Okay.
It would all be my bad heels. But you can feel that idea of not a lot.
Yeah.
What's it like moving like this, not a lot?
It seems easy to replicate the motion.
Yes.
Time and time.
It's easy to
again.
repeat it. Yeah, and bend the knees. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And what's it like moving like that? What does it feel like inside as a quality of movement?
It feels unobstructed.
Unobstructed.
Yeah.
That's a good word. Unobstructed. Yeah. Unobstructed. So the habitual for most of us would be quite a lot of obstruction.
Yeah.
And you're experiencing something you called unobstructed movement.
Yeah.
Mm. So could we extend that and say the capacity to sing without obstruction would be quite useful?
Yeah, definitely.
Or play a musical instrument without obstruction.
Yeah.
Or to walk without obstruction. Or to engage in a difficult conversation without obstruction. All of these things.
Yeah.
And I want to move you over here without obstruction. So if there was obstruction, what you call obstruction, where would it manifest? What part of your body?
For me personally,
Yeah.
Often on in my back and shoulder, like on the left-hand side.
Very good, exactly. This sort of arena.
Yeah, definitely.
Neck, shoulder, back, yeah. That would be where you create tension when things aren't going so well.
Yeah. I'm very aware of that when I'm running.
Yeah, yes. Especially when you're tired or when you're pushing yourself quite hard.
Probably when tired, I think. Yeah.
Let me take you further forwards. So being able to run without obstruction. Very, very important.
Yeah.
Or in this case, sitting and standing and talking. So, is there any obstruction going on right now? Any distortion? Any efforting and tension? Not yet.
I don't think so, no.
No, I agree. And then we want to help you maintain that non-interfering, not tensing, not pulling and pushing, and stand up with the heels. Yeah, that's it. Did you experience that quality of movement just then? Keep the eyes looking out.
I think so. I was thinking about my heels.
Yes, that's fine. That's it. And then hips and knees bend again. And then heels again. And bend the knees again. Heels. And bend the knees again. And I'll move you backwards again. Stop. Yeah. Do you notice that the way that you're just sitting within yourself right now is a bit different to when you were talking to me before? Can you describe the difference?
It's mainly this left arm and hand sort of being supported by my thigh. Maybe it's a bit more inert. I don't know.
Yeah. And the quality of sitting like this, what else is different about this mode of sitting in a stool compared to when you were just sitting across talking?
I feel a bit more supported, like in my sitting bones a bit.
Exactly, yes. So you're over your sitting bones and something's supporting you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not me, because I'm not supporting you right now, but there's something that's lifting you. Supporting you, supporting your frame, and you're not going, you're not collapsing.
Yeah.
You probably find yourself collapsing every now and again on your own, is that right?
Yeah. I was at the cinema yesterday,
and
I was aware of being in definitely some wrong posture for long.
Exactly, and then what most people do is they think that's wrong, and they go, better sit up straight, and then you keep that going for how long?
90 minutes,
You'd force it, wouldn't you? And it wouldn't be real. It would be an effort. Yes, so the answer to relaxing and collapsing isn't to brace yourself, because right now you're not forcing it. So you have to know the difference between when you are collapsed and you say, got to have good posture for singing, which after a while would be a strain in your, as you say, in your shoulders and neck and back, and this that doesn't seem to be starting to create a problem in your neck and back in terms of aches and pains. Is that fair?
Yeah, definitely.
That's it. So you're not doing your thing, you're not doing your neck thing and your shoulder thing. You're just moving backwards and forwards. That's fine too. I'm just taking you backwards and forwards, and you still haven't started to engage the interference or obstruction here, and here.
Oh, that's interesting.
Can you feel that?
Yes.
So it's like the absence of something.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
You register that, the absence of something.
Yeah.
Sometimes feelings are absence of something rather than actual particular feeling. So I'd want you to feel when you start to engage your face, neck and jaw and back.
Yeah.
But right now you're not registering anything. So nothing is happening here. Nothing. No reaction. No getting ready to sing. No good posturing. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
You're not doing anything. You're just here. Not distorting yourself. And now, big deal, stand up with the heels. And then bend the knees again. And now have your head here. Wait. And stand up with the heels. And bend the knees. And heels. And bend the knees. Heels. Knees. Bend the knees. What's it like? What's the quality of movement like in this funny way of
It's
work?
very smooth.
Smooth? That's
smoother than I would expect with my head at this angle.
Exactly. Even with your head in a funny position, it's still smooth. Anything else along with smooth that you're experiencing in your mind and body?
Feet feel quite planted.
Yeah, planted, quite grounded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I often catch myself out. My feet are very rarely grounded, but I don't notice, and I don't know, sometimes I'll just notice, oh, actually I've been standing on one side of my foot or something.
Yes, distorting and pushing into one area. Yeah. What condition is your brain in right now? Strange question, isn't it?
Kind of rhythmic. I'm trying to be aware of my body. That's what my brain's mainly up to.
Yeah. And what condition is your brain in while it's aware of your body in this different way?
Slower than normal?
Slower. Yeah, that's a very, very important element. The speed of the brain. Slower than normal, it's not racing.
Yeah, and there's a lot of racing.
Yeah, so when your body's racing, let's say, when the mind is racing, your body will be distorting.
That makes sense.
It's always the way it goes.
That makes sense.
So what do you think happens when you're more slow in your quality of thinking? What would happen to the body?
less of that acceleration.
Less of the acceleration, less of the efforting, less of the straining and pushing and pulling, and therefore more liberated for singing. So that's the paradox. When your brain is slower like this, you'll sing better.
Okay.
When your head is racing,
yeah,
you won't be so free around here and the voice won't come out so well.
Interesting.
Does that make any sense at all?
Does, yeah,
it does.
Yeah.
So the job of an Alexander teacher is to work with you, together with you over a period of time, to help you embody a very different way of being, where you can maintain a still mind and a free body in the face of all these demands like singing in the choir and singing solo and all the stage frights and the demands of the choir and so on, all of that. But to be able to maintain and not rush ahead into very toxic, over-speedy brain patterns, which are manifest in the body as strains and tensions and distortions around this area, which obviously would affect the quality of the voice. Would have to, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So your mental, physical state is the primary instrument for good singing. Not what you do with the mouth. That's it, good. And then again, last time, bend the knees. Yeah, that's it. And then stand up with the heels again, and then bend the knees again, and stop there. That's it, stay back, there, heels. That's it. Straighten the legs. Nothing here. That's fine, nothing here. Nothing there, that's fine. Yeah. And take the hips back and bend the knees again, all the way, and stop there at the stool. And still nothing here. You can see it doesn't matter where the head is in space. It can be here, can be here, can be here, it can be here. Wait. And I'll move you backwards. I'll still move you forwards. And you can see you're not even getting ready to stand. Can you see there's no big deal? You're not anticipating the big moment when you might be on stage just about to sing. There's no preparation. That's another very important element that you're learning, that this tension pattern of preparation is not kicking in.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
And then stand up with the heels. Exactly. Bend the knees again. Heels, bend the knees. Heels, bend the knees. Knees. Yeah, fine, then walk around. And then come back to the stool. Yeah. Good stuff. That's fine. Yeah. Yeah, now this time I'm going to walk with you.
Okay.
Over there and then back, that's fine. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And then around again. And then back to the stool. Yeah, then you had some activity going on. You had a quality of mind and body in walking. Yeah. Any comments?
It's interesting, sort of being steered around. Being steered around while I'm walking is that kind of new sensation.
It's not normal for someone to have their hands on your neck and back when you're walking, is it?
But it's interesting because the sense of impetus, if I was to be walking normally, I would not normally feel the sense of impetus from where your hand is.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah.
But I'm not walking you from here. You're walking yourself, obviously. You're still initiating the movement. So you go for a walk again.
Okay.
Off you go. And then back again. Back to the stool. So what's that like? What's the hand saying to you, do you think? What do you think the hand is giving you in that little act of walking?
I don't know, it's like taking a choice off me or something, I don't know.
Yeah, it certainly took a stressful choice off you.
Yeah.
Going to start walking.
Yeah.
It certainly did that. Obviously, it didn't take a choice of how to lift up your legs, because I didn't do that for you.
No.
So the choice it gave you, in a way, was to help you stay more still and relaxed as you move. Not that you choose that anyway, so in a way it's an unconscious choice. I'm supporting your unconscious choice of not creating strain. That's exactly what we're doing.
Sense. Okay.
Right, so what I want from you right now...
Can you run that past me again? Supporting my choice...
Yes, I've forgotten what I said now.
Supporting my choice of unconscious?
Yes, it's supporting something quite deep inside that is preventing you from getting ready for a big walk that you wouldn't choose anyway. And I'm going to put all this effort into it, and I'm going to walk with my neck and my shoulders. And I'm giving you something internal that's basically saying, you don't need to do that stuff. You don't need to do that stuff when you walk. That's the sort of choice I'm giving the organism. The organism can say, hey, I can stay free and walk. I can stay free and talk. I can stay free and shake hands. I can stay free and sing. That's the input of the hands.
Right.
And you gently come back here until your head is resting on the books. Perfect. Yeah. And I'm going to do my thing, which is move you around.
Great.
And you've got the same request, which is don't help me.
Okay.
And because it's a little bit easier to lie down than sit and stand, you're free to ask any questions or give any observations. Keep your eyes open while this is happening. It does help. I've got the leg, and the same thing, don't help me as I bend it. Yeah.
It's easier not to help you when I'm lying down. Like
it is. Yeah, definitely. But also there's been a passage of time when you're also in a mode of not helping so much now than, say, half an hour ago. So there is another aspect as well. It's certainly easier. There's not much of a demand on you lying down.
Great.
The stimulus is much less. I'm moving the arms around, and you can see you're giving me the weight, the movement of the arms. You're not really helping me very much.
Yeah.
And it's not easy not to help, actually. Most of us are control freaking ourselves with help.
Yeah.
So to let go of that very normal instinct of helping and doing it for me is quite a challenge for most people.
Yeah.
What's the most difficult part of singing? When is it most stressful and most likely to cause obstructions and distortions?
I think it's starting things, like the first note to a piece, or the first notes after a break in a piece.
The first note, just when you get ready to do something different.
Yeah, for me personally, once it's underway, that sort of breaks the back of it. Yeah. So it's that initial moment of reaction. Going from nothing to...
Yeah, so a bit like here, when we went from you're sitting, and now, as I said to you on the stool, this is where it gets complicated. You're going to have to do something from nothing to something, called get yourself up with your feet.
Yeah.
And that's the point of very high tension, where things are more likely to go wrong. So those are much more fragile moments.
Yeah.
And if you can cope with those bigger moments like that, then you're really sailing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as you say, once you're in the swing of it, the temptation to start preparing yourself with effort, I'm ready for the beginning, it's minimized, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
So in a way, that's what you're learning. You're learning not to create these anticipatory efforts, anticipatory tensions.
Yeah.
That, as you say, they're obstructions.
And it's one of the things I find hard about starting is I find it quite hard to remember the sensation of it once it's underway. Even though I get it underway tens of times a day on a daily basis from a standing start, I sometimes struggle to remember the sensation that I'm aiming for.
Yeah, maybe it'd be a better strategy not to try and remember a sensation, just to start.
Interesting, okay.
Because when you try to remember, you're already stressing out your brain into, I find it difficult and it's a struggle to remember and I don't know what I'll remember and will it be right and I don't know if it's an accurate sensation. You go bonkers.
Yeah.
So I would say your best strategy might be like you're doing right now. You're not looking for a sensation, you're just having an experience. And that's a different quality of mind. It's like a surrender mind, where you're not worrying about trying to establish or remember a sensation. You're just here, having an experience.
Yeah.
But your brain isn't rushing around like mad, trying to remember. So I would say your problem is the trying to remember.
Yeah.
Not that you can't manage it. You've almost set yourself up for a disaster.
Yeah.
The trying to remember brain doesn't work.
Yeah.
But the brain that isn't trying to remember is much more likely to manifest as a freer body.
Yeah.
So we're neutralizing the trying brain, the brain that's trying to remember a sensation, which is a lost cause, I have to tell you that.
Yeah.
Because sensations aren't memories, and sensations change all the time through habituation. So if I said to you, what's the sensation of a hot bath? It's bonkers, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you get into a hot bath and it feels really hot.
Yeah.
And what happens after 5 minutes? What's the sensation of the hot bath?
Not as hot when it's
Right, so which is the correct sensation to remember?
Yeah.
It's
interesting, because like that memory of sensation is...
It's labile.
It's quite a... It's a common trope in vocal pedagogy. And so you're taught to find... And I think maybe because it's the memory of a physical thing, I wonder if there's a sort of received wisdom that it's not mental. You know.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. It's mind body. So I think it's a fallacious attitude.
Yeah.
And the brain that tries to remember is even more problematic. It's more toxic. The trying to remember a sensation, and where is that place that you try to remember it? What part of your brain are you going to try and recall the sensation? And you drive yourself nuts. Also, at the same time as trying to recall a sensation, you're not really in the moment of singing. You sort of withdrawn yourself from participating in the act of singing.
Yeah.
There's trying to recall a sensation, that's not singing.
Yeah.
You're sort of stuck in preparation game.
Yeah.
So I think what you can evolve is the brain body that immerses itself into the experience of singing.
Yeah.
With faith rather than with memory. Just a thought.
Yeah.
With faith rather than memory.
Yeah. There's a lot of talk of trust in
trust. Well, yes, if it's biological,
which I'm very bad at.
Well, I think it's human nature. I think we're all bad at that sort of trust. I think it needs to be cultivated.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what you could say Alexander's all about, to cultivate something that we're not very good at, which is trust in the fact that you can sing. But but struggling to try and find the right sensation and the right way and the right feeling, it's not the same as when you just trust and it'll come out. Surrender and trust. So this may seem on the surface a bit of a philosophy, but actually it's nothing to do with disembodied philosophy. It's very, very much about your mind and body. How the mind participates in the body and the body participates in the mind. It's mind-body together. Psychophysical mind-body. So a very, you could say, practical philosophy.
Yeah.
Or embodied philosophy. How you can become more efficient, which isn't a physical thing and it's not a mental thing, it's a self thing. That's it, yeah. Like when you were getting out of a chair nicely before, and I was asking you what the experience was like, you weren't thinking before you got out of a chair, I'm going to have to remember the sensation of what it was like and try and get into that place again. You just were, you were in it. It was just happening. You were probably doing too many ups and downs for you to even prepare and think about it.
Yeah.
So perhaps I was helping you avoid the preparation brain.
Yeah.
Anything else popping in?
Feels like there's quite a lot of the body in contact with the bed.
That's an interesting observation, yes. So your back is much more in contact with the couch, much more. Exactly. So yes, as a result of the work we've been doing and the brain which is becoming more and more surrendered, your back is flattening and it's lengthening and it's widening. Yeah. And you have that sensation of drop into gravity.
Definitely, yeah.
It's quite a strong sensation, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a sign that you're coming off the...
It's made me feel that it's now made me more aware of times in the past where, say, I've been lying in bed and not felt like I'm prone, or not felt that I'm actually lying down, but not really knowing how to...
Yeah, almost hovering just above the...
But not knowing how to lie more.
Yes, exactly. Yes, and you can't force that one by trying to recall the sensation of what it was like. Yeah. All you can do is what you're doing right now, because you didn't try and work this one out. It's evolved. You gradually allowed yourself to surrender to the gravity field. But it wasn't from a trying brain, it was more from a letting brain. Does that make sense? And then it happens, but not from effort, not from recall, not from memory, not from ambition, but from almost like giving up that part of you.
Yeah.
And that is applicable to singing. Not trying and pushing and pulling and trying to recall and get yourself into the right frame or the right body or the right posture and the right openness for the throat and the larynx and the lungs. No, none of that. Yeah. So I'm going to get you off the table in a minute.
Okay.
And the maneuver is quite simple, really. I'm going to ask you in a little while, you're going to roll over onto your left-hand side, but with a difference. I'm going to take the weight of your head while it's happening.
Okay.
Then I'll have you here, and then I'm going to flip you up. You'll be sitting on the side of the table. All right? Okay, so you roll. That's it. Feet over. Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff. You're right there.
Yeah.
What's it like sitting like that?
Don't know, kind of there just doesn't feel like there's any load in a particular
There's no
place.
loading.
Yeah.
It's another really good word. You're not loading. You're not doing sit up straight, young man. You're not doing that.
Yeah.
Just not doing it, are you?
Yeah.
So who's doing it? And it's not me either. I'm not a puppeteer with strings. So where's it coming from? When you work that one out, you'll help.
The skeleton. I don't know. Like
Something
the
inside.
Yeah.
Some mystery. Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't worked it out either.
Okay.
Yeah. Something in the skeleton, something in the system, something organic. Something's lifting you, and it isn't you, and it isn't me. Interesting, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just happening. Almost like there's a template inside that knows all about poise and posture and lifting, because you asked when you first sat down with me about it wants to improve posture.
Yeah.
But you're not improving it from here, are you?
No.
Where is it improving from?
Somewhere else.
Somewhere else.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that one. Yeah. It's coming from somewhere else. And you and I don't really know, and you don't need to know, because it's still happening, even though you and I aren't clever enough to know where it comes from.
Yeah.
It's still happening. So the beauty about faith is you don't need to know where it comes from. It just happens.
Yeah.
It's an interesting question where it comes from, and the philosophers can work it all out. But in the meantime, you and I can still work well.
Yeah.
So, help yourself off the table with your hands. Yeah, good stuff. And then walk towards the stool. We'll go around the houses. Come and stand in front of the stool again. Yep. Feet a little wider apart for now. And then you can just take your hips back and bend the knees. That's fine. And I'll have you here for a while. Yeah, good. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Good stuff. And you're not stuck, it's not a position, you're all right. Yes. Anything. What's it like being you?
This feels like we've gotten to this setup quicker than it took however long ago. I don't know how much time's passed.
Yeah. You were very quick to move into this new condition. Very much so. Yeah. Yes. And that's the purpose of Alexander Lessons, is to help you navigate without effort and pushing and pulling and fighting and memory and sensations and all these things, to help you recover into this natural organic thing that we don't know where it comes from, and it doesn't matter, but to help it recover itself. And then sing or run or anything else you want to do.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions coming in before I terminate?
Nothing burning, no burning questions.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. What's it like being in this condition?
Slower,
yeah.
Do you like related to the lack of questions as well?
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes there don't have to be any questions at all. You're just slower, and it's nice to be slower.
Yeah.
You don't have to go around questions and answers and questions. You just can enjoy the slow. Enjoy the slow for a while. That'll be a great place to reside.
Okay, though.
Enjoy your slow. Good. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you very much.